It is news that probably every Celtic fan will be delighted to hear, and it is the fact that Brendan Rodgers reaffirms that he will be here for the 3 years. Welcome back to Fog Football. The press conferences are being dished out the day on Friday. He addressed his future at Celtic Park and he said, I said on my first day, what? I said I'd be here for 3 years. I have nearly done 6 years as Celtic manager by then. End of quote. Absolutely. Now, of course, only thing preventing them from almost the full 6 years would be, of course, leaving to go to Leicester City. But he said, he did say, how long ago is it now? 18 months ago, whenever he would see his contract out. And the more, I think he will. He left Celtic first time round. Now, I think he'll stay. Now, there was questions asked to Brendan Rodgers about a new deal, and he said, "No, I'm not going to speak too much about that, just due to the simple fact that his here, it wasn't too long ago there was more people wanting me out than in." But we'll read the full transcript here for Brendan Rodgers. He says, "What did I say on my first day here? 3 years. Let's get bumped early. Listen, I said I'd be here for 3 years. At the end of the 3 years, I'd nearly done 6 years as Celtic manager, which is a long time for a Celtic manager. I haven't really thought about it. For near on a year, there was probably more people that wanted me out than in, so I'm not going to be talking about new contracts just now. I just need to continue to work well, do my very best for the club, and I'm pretty sure at some point next season we can see how we're going and take it from there. But at the moment, I love my life here. It's an amazing club to work in. Funny enough, going away and coming back has made it even better for me because I know what I missed when I was away. I'm not in a big rush to be leaving again. It's a great place to be. I love working with the players. They say in life the biggest currency you have is time. As you get to 51 and older, you realize that time around people you love, your family, your workplace, and I would have to agree with that. Where I am at the minute, I'm at a brilliant place, so we'll just keep it that way. End of quote. And yeah, here, maybe Brendan Rodgers is speaking the truth there. Maybe the time away has made him realise, you know what? Going to the milk and honey of the Premier League ain't worth it. I need to stay where I feel like it's home. And I tell you what, right? Obviously, Brendan Rodgers contributed a few titles um, towards 9 in a row there. Could Brent? I mean, let's be honest. If Brendan Rod, I mean, I think most people have forgiven Brendan Rodgers for leaving anyway by now. I mean, obviously, certain diehards won't have forgiven him. But at the end of the day, if Brendan Rodgers, right, wins the 10, completes the 10 with Celtic this time around, there's not going to be anyone having a go at Brendan Rodgers. And I think if I was Rodgers, right, which I'm definitely not Rodgers, that would be my aim. I would try and stay for the 10 because Brendan Rodgers, right, he's already got himself in Celtic history, right? He's already a pretty big part of it, right? With league titles and cups and, all that good stuff. And hell, he's even rewriting some of the European history with the performance in the Champions League this season. If he can get the 10, Brendan Rodgers as a manager goes up tenfold. And what you've got to bear in mind is, you know, this 10 in a row would be better than, well, I mean, say they got to 9. This 9 in a row that we're currently on, that would be, what, how many Celtic won in a row? Is it 4, 3? Soul Destroyer, I don't even want to speak about it. 3, going on 4 realistically. But there'd be more weight to it than the last one, obviously, with Rangers not being in the league and all that malarkey. This one, there'd be no excuses for Rangers. You mean you're literally in the league. There's no excuse. It'd be like the one that Celtic did the first time round. There is no excuses, and that would make it even that little bit sweeter for Celtic. So if I was Rodgers, I would probably stay for that. But then, how will that go? If Rodgers wins the league this year, and then next season Celtic suffer like a poor start, I don't think he's going to get sacked. You know, it it's like the last managerial sacking at Celtic was Lennon. But look how bad Celtic were for him to get sacked. It's going to take something I think of a similar degree to get Rodgers sacked, and I just don't really see it happen. I mean, everything must come to an end at some point, but I don't think Rodgers is going to collapse quite as dramatically as Lennon. I mean, a lot of factors went into that. So yeah, Brendan Rodgers here. for the next 3 years, what the Celtic fans think, I'm sure there'll be some comment. Oh, you're bitter. You're this. You're this. I think I've been pretty fair in that fid, So leave your thoughts down below. Fill my pockets, so to speak. All that good stuff.